Right, I'm alive. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And it is some sevens, Cape Town Sevens. Looks absolutely scorching, by the way. It looks beautiful weather down in the Cape. And we are live for Samoa versus Canada. And that will be followed by Australia versus New Zealand, which will be followed by Fiji versus Spain in this session. Before I hand you over to Rude, we'll be taking you through Argentina versus France, Ireland versus Great Britain, and South Africa versus the USA. Blitzbox getting off to a winning start earlier today. The South African woman, unfortunately, just got pretty soundly beaten by Canada early on. So, yeah, right. So, in terms of this matchup here, Samoa taking on Canada, and yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, if Canada can replicate, the Canada men's team can replicate what the women have just done, be a pretty good result for them. But, yeah, so we're into the second week of sevens, and we had an earlier session this morning. Some of the results were as follows. If we look at the men's section, and Australia beating Samoa 7 points to 27, New Zealand losing to Canada. So Canada off to a really, really good start. And they do get things underway going down the left-hand side. Pretty good kickoff, and they've retained possession of kickoff. That's worked out very well for them. Let me get my sound out. Right, so now Canada building from deep here. Got some numbers here. Spinning nicely away from the tackle, though. Very nice work there from David Richard. Now they go on the right-hand side here to Canada. Somebody needs to carry it, and this is done well by Joshua Mora. Canada back on the left-hand side, just into the 22. Long pass out wide. Needs to be one. Good defense that from Samoa. Canada still on the front foot here, though. Building from outside the 22. Down on the right-hand side this time. Carson going himself. Now back down the left-hand side. Richard, and they'll step inside. And he's away, and he's through. And there it is. Canada's first try of the day. As David Richard, a slippy customer, is he? Made the initial break here to get them on the front foot. And just that handoff over here. I mean, it's pretty poor defense, it must be said, to be honest. Yeah, it's a dreadful tackle. I think it's Masifua who made a half attempt at a tackle, but was never really stopping Richard there. And they make no mistake with the conversion. Oh, that looks absolutely prime. A couple of buggers in the pool watching on. What a day for it. What a day for it. Not seen too many loggers yet, which maybe could be a responsible thing to do, not to get on the loggers too early. But good start here from Canada. They go up to 7-0 in the first few minutes. Right, so if you are just jumping in, by the way, you could get yourself tickets to win, tickets to win Stormers versus Bulls in Cape Town in a few weeks' time. So if you are... if you would be keen on getting involved in that, go and check out BOYLESPORTS. All you have to do is bet 20 Rand on any rugby this weekend, and you go into a draw to potentially win tickets to that match over here. Right now, Samoa looking to try and hit back. They're going down the left-hand side. A good chance to play. Oh, what a tackle. That is big, big tackle. Almost turnover ball here for Canada, winning the penalty as well. It's amazing what a big tackle can do. And I think it's Kellen Sager who made the hit, and what a hit it was. Perfect technique there. Josiah Mora then getting on... No, in fact, I think it's Matawaru. Yeah, big tackle, a dumping tackle. Waru all over the ball. Simon Slater clearly holding on, penalised by the referee. Canada back on the front foot here. Right, so scrum here for Canada. On the 10-metre line, inside Samoa's half. On the far right-hand side of the field. Quite a lot of crowd in there. They're going on the left-hand side now to Canada. Rush defender. The ball popped up there to the try scorer. Now they go out wide to Mora. He's got a lot of pace. He's brought down. Good defense there. Quickly recycled on the right-hand side. See a bit of space. Goes back to... Oh, there it is. I know he's through. And he's through. I think that's... Jack Carson, yeah, it is Jack Carson. Scored last week. Once again, the try scoring there, and it's Koto, yeah, drifting to the left-hand side, yeah, and then bang, that little wraparound was very, very nicely worked. Tell you what, Canada is really turning things up here, and then they're just sucking in one defender, popping it up, bang. Little shift to the right-hand side, straight to the middle of the gap. Carlson goes out for a very, very good try. Now a little chip over the top, the 40 points to 0 here for Canada. Well, early warning signs here from Canada for the Sevens, the tournament itself, actually beating New Zealand this morning. Now 14-0 against Samoa. Samoa barely had any chance with ball in hand, and when they did, it was a big tackle on them and a quick turnover. All right, much better kick over there from Samoa, and this is passing again on the front foot. Balls come loose. Right up against the touchline, Samoa. They fling it back inside, though. Now a bit of space to run into. Canada using that touchline. It comes inside. It's a good tackle there from Owaru. As they start to enter Canada's half here, Samoa drifting down the right-hand side. Decides to go himself, gets the ball through as well, and Samoa will hit back here. And it's Masafua, who needed to score that after his pretty dismal attempt at a tackle early on in the game. But that's all stems from a good kickoff, actually. They get nice and high in the air to take it off the kickoff. Drifting down that right-hand side, then cuts inside, draws in the man, gets the ball put away. And straight through the middle there, and you see there, just bang straight and sucks in the two defenders, gets the all put away. And he's got green grass ahead of him. Very, very green grass ahead of him. By the way, this is a new surface, eh? So we'll be able to see how this just sort of holds up now. But yeah, hopefully this will be absolutely game-changing for the Stormers after this new sort of hybrid surface has been installed down there at the DHL Stadium. And they do add the extras. So 11 passes there, 3 phases from the restart, just under a minute left to go. Bit of blood here for, I think it's Nelevua. Short restart. Well taken in the end there by Carson. Lots of pressure being put on here by Samoa. And can he just try and get this ball up? They do manage to get the ball up, but it's not a great pass. But now a bit of space. Bit of space. Look at the pace from Carson. Look at the pace. Oh, what an ankle tap that is. But the pop back into the middle. Turnover ball. Penalty for Canada. In front of the call. Oh, that's quickly taken. It's pretty poorly done by Mora. It's time to go to the left-hand side now. We have towards a bit of support in the form of a who. Much better, much better intensity. This is from Samoa all of a sudden trying to put that hand under pressure. 10 seconds left in the half, so it's pretty much the last play. Bit of a goosey there from Owaru, the big man. And that's the penalty coming from the side there. So late penalty here for Canada. The time has gone. So this will be the last play of the half here for Canada. And he got an injury as well. There's the injury replacement here for Canada. So there's a sub here. I'm not quite sure what the referees are looking about. There are clearly 7 players on the field. Right, large of Canada just outside the 22. It's a good line check from deep. Oh, shows and goes. He's got the pace. Ball back inside. Just brought down. Not on the right. Bit of a fumble there, but it's gone backwards. Pick up and go. Goes Sager. Eventually goes down to ground. Penalty advantage here for Canada once again. And the penalty does come. Tap and go. Popping inside. Oh, Warrior goes going to go straight. Run it straight. Run it true. Run it over. That's the thing. That's the chat. That's what happened. And that's a great try. And he signs it off as well. I'll tell you what, that's just raw power. None of this farting around here. Tap and go, ball inside to him. And he just decides, right, I'm just going to run it straight, run it true, and over he goes. Right, good to enter the half there for Canada. Our half-time score, 21 points to 7. Samoa looking a bit better in the last stages of that half, to be fair. Up the intensity somewhat. And then a very nice game coming up after this. New Zealand versus Australia. And followed by Fiji versus Spain. Remember that Fiji didn't have the best tournaments last weekend. And not had a good start to today either. Losing to France 14 points to 17. Argentina continue their upward trajectory when it comes to sevens with a 31-12 victory over Spain. Ireland thumping the USA 31 points to 0. And the Blitzboks beating Great Britain 19 points to 5. They'll be in action once again at 20 past 2 before finishing the evening tonight at 20 to 8. Looking to try and win on home soil. First time in a while, actually. I don't actually know they've actually. I think they've won the Cape Town one once since they made the move from George. All right, we are back for the second half here. Tomorrow we'll be playing left to right with a 14-point deficit. Looking at some of the outfits across there. I suppose a couple of M&Ms. Oh, the pool volleyball. That looks like a vibe. Yeah, I think that pool's operating. Right, the restart's pretty deep restart. Pretty well taken, though. And the Samoa committing quite a few players to that rugby, even that turnover, but Canada managed to keep that ball alive and the ball around the back as well. Back of the switch inside, but it's well read. Big hit on him as well. Now another wrap around for Canada. Decides to straighten here. Big hit from him. He's eventually brought down. No, he's still going. That's a very, very strong carry. That's the replacement. I think it's Isherwood. Now Woru, the scorer just before half time, looking to go again. Yeah, there's Thomas Usherwood. He's back on. He's onto the park here and he's filling in at number 9 there. Josiah Morrow driven backwards. Canada having to restart from deep on the halfway line. Bit of a handoff, bit of a show and go. From Jake Teal, his replacement in the scrum off. On the scrum cap, rather. Now, almost turnover ball. Warrior doing well there to grab it and take it down to ground once again to restart. Now, not too many options yet. So they get down to the right-hand side. Canada, they've got numbers, but does he need them? He does. He's eventually brought down. Teal shifts to the left-hand side. Once again, there's numbers here if they want to use it. They go all the way around. Back inside, there goes more penalty advantage here. Tell you what, Samoa, I think, are quite lucky not to be down to 6 men here because they're conceding a lot of penalties. Canada's averaged the most carries per game of any team last weekend, but the 3rd fewest line breaks. So lots of carries, not enough potency on attack. There's probably the analysis coming in there. Reminder that yesterday we'll be live after this for Australia versus New Zealand. It should be quite an interesting game. Fiji versus Spain. Fiji looking to get their first win of the weekend after going down to France earlier today. Now Jake Teal's limping off. That's another injury for Canada. So unfortunately for them, that's 2 injuries so far this game. And Kratz comes on in his stead. Canada have yet to miss a tackle actually so far this game, whereas Samoa's operating at 75%, but 7 tackles already. Going to go for the scrum here are Canada, and look to try and use the set piece as a platform to launch an attack. Still 5 minutes left in the game, so plenty of time for Samoa to try and do something here. Right, here they go on the right-hand side. Once again, that little wrap around. And then nice little offload away. Has he got through? Has he got through? Just short. Agonizingly short. Pick up and go. And over they go. And I think it's Kratz who's just come on here as Lachlan Kratz. Literally has just come on here. His first try of the weekend. Looks like he'll convert himself as well. Yeah, Samoa always scrambling. That should probably be the game. Right, 28.7, yeah, Canada. What a game. What a tournament they're having so far. On the left-hand side. Ball is allowed to bounce. And I think it's gone forwards of Canada. Yeah, so it will be a Samoa scrum. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Opportunity for Samoa to try and hit back. Big shot there from Canada. Penalty, though, forward. The Warriors being penalised for scrumming in. Right, tap and go. Going on the left-hand side, yeah. Stepping inside. It's another big tackle, though, coming from Canada. Good work. The defence has been very strong so far this game. That's another big tackle coming. It's a Warrior. What a game he's having. But now, bit of space to open up the legs. Looks to straighten. Another good tackle here coming from Canada. Really impressed with their defense so far. Nice Samoa looking the way to work their way down the right-hand side. No, decides to go back on the left. Ball over the top. Two tackles side of the halfway line. And he's brought down just inside Canada's half as the clock ticks towards the 2-minute marker. A bit of lethargy now, Samoa. Somebody's inject a bit of pace. Another good tackle coming from Canada. Up quickly as well to compete for the ball. And winning the penalty. As I said, I'm really, really impressed with the Canadian defense here. Full of energy. Good technique. Good reading and awareness of when to make the big hit, when to just sort of try and bring it on, when to try and go for the ball and slow things down as well. See, there's 7 out of 22 tackles missed there for Samoa. 2 tackles missed out of 12. Sorry, it's 7 out of 29 tackles there. But I mean, at the moment, yeah, I can see Canada with almost 3 times as many carries, far more passes, a couple of offloads, and now can they finish on a good note? Yeah, almost just over a minute left on the clock. Canada popping up around the back, over the outside of the overlap. Ball back inside. Nice and direct here from Canada. Now going on the right-hand side, sniping, pops it up to Oworu. He's coming back on the inside. Into the 22, Canada go. Pick up and go. Gets the pass away, and off. There you go. Very, very nice. This is becoming a drubbing. A drubbing. And Samoa, who had a good sevens campaign last year in Cape Town, have had very little answer to the patterns. You see, it's that little run around the entire time that we're seeing from Canada being used so effectively. Nice little ball back inside. Good continuity in this particular patch to play. And that is it. Right, well, there we go. Final score over here, Canada 33 to Samoa 7. And Canada, that's 2 from 2. So the perfect start, really, for them so far in this Cape Town Sevens. And yeah, we'll see you